These are our 5 favorite apps we use while RVing. It helps us maximize our experience, helps us kind of get down the road as far as helps us plan our trips. These are things that we use all the time as far as camping goes. Some of these we use all the time just in everyday life. So I'm going to get to it real quick. So while traveling, Valerie's favorite app that she uses, and we use this quite a bit, is IExit. Now IExit it figures out like what road you're on, and it lets you know like what's coming up. So if you're looking for like a particular restaurant, if you're looking for a gas station or a place to use a restroom or a rest stop, it lets you know how far away you are from that exit, and it gives you the exit number and then like what's on the exit. While you're out on the interstate and you're having a long day of traveling, that is a super helpful app to use. Valerie really likes IExit because honestly, like if the kids are craving Chick-fil-A, we can get on that and see how many miles it is to the next Chick-fil-A or Starbucks or Buc-ee's or whatever it is. So they're all, it shows you what, and you can look them up, and it's actually pretty neat that you can do that one. Now one app that I use all the time, and it saves me money, if you don't have it, you should look it up, and we'll put a link in the description below, but it's through TSD Open Roads. It's what I use to buy fuel with. It's a fuel card that hooks directly to your savings account or your checking account. It saves you money. It saves me about $20 to fill up on my truck. And, those add up on a long travel day. 2 or 3 fill-ups, that's $60. At dinner somewhere. And so that's called TSD Open Roads. Now what I like about that app is that I can look at it while traveling, and we kind of look at it in conjunction with Valerie's IExit. And it shows me fuel prices at the different fuel stops that I can get fuel at while on the road. And so, again, if you can save 10 cents more a gallon for a fuel up, it's going to be better. And so I think it's a really handy app to use. Again, the link is in the description below. The next app, and I've just started using this app, and that is RV Life. So I went on and got the pro version of it. I paid the $50 a year. I really like that app. It has a lot of good features as far as planning your trips go. The biggest thing I like about that app is I can put in my length and my height of my camper, and it will route my GPS trip to avoid things that I can't get under. So we've been places where we've seen campers try to go under a train bridge. They've knocked their air conditioners off, opened that thing up like a can of sardines, and we don't want to do that because that's going to make your trip very expensive and very stressful. I like the RV Pro app just for the simple fact that, one, it has maps on it. It lets me route my trip according to my length and my height and my weight, and it works with Apple Maps or Google Maps, and I can use it on my CarPlay in my truck. So I don't have like the extra GPS on my windshield, and it's something else to look around. It's one of my big pet peeves. It has a bunch of stuff stuck to my windshield, and I just don't feel like I can see like I want to. RV Life Pro is just really a handy app. I've liked it so far. But if you want to go old school, our old school map planning, trip planning app was RV Parky. Now RV Parky, the one that I've always used, is free. I really like that app as well because you can plan your trip, and it does a good job of showing you what camp sites are on the route. It will show you where like your Walmarts, your Cracker Barrels, your truck stop places you can camp for free. It gives you a link to a lot of the campsites description as far as like their website, and there's reviews there. It's a lot like RV Pro, except for it's free, and the difference between it does not have the GPS built into it, at least the version I've always used. I like it because one of the things I like about RV Park is you can share your trip with a family member, so they should know about where you should be on your route. So if you don't show up somewhere and they're looking for you, they kind of know where you should have been, and they can kind of figure out where you should be, just in case you have any kind of trouble with car trouble or some sort of emergency and you couldn't get a hold of someone. It makes it a little easier to find you. Those two, RV Pro and RV Parky, are kind of similar, but they're both great apps. Highly recommend both of them. Now, my 5th app is like 5 and 6, but they're 2 really important apps that I really like. And I use them every day. And one is the Weather Channel app. I like that app because when you're traveling, you can get an idea. Like if you're going into a big black cloud somewhere, you can pull up a radar, you can see how red it is and see if you want to decide to try to get off the road before you get there. And 2, I just like knowing what the weather is. And so it kind of gives you an idea of like what the temperature is out, it's the weather. It's not super exciting, but it is a handy app to use as far as like looking at weather, rainstorms, and kind of getting an idea. Mine is set up for alerts, meaning if something happened, like I come into severe thunderstorm or tornado warning or any of that, it's going to let me know ahead of time what I'm getting into, and it uses your location on your phone so you get up-to-date weather for where you're at. Another really handy app to use is YouTube. YouTube is super helpful. If your camper breaks down and you're having trouble, you know, there's a ton of how-to videos on there. You know, maybe if you didn't use RV Life, went under a low bridge and you knocked your air conditioners off, there's probably a YouTube video out there explaining what to do in that situation. And now that I said that, let me know. I'm curious. I'm not going to look. I'm going to wait for your comments. So just to see what you guys come up with. But those are kind of the apps we use. I don't spend a lot of money on stuff like that. I just try to keep it pretty minimum and pretty inexpensive, and I look for ways to save money the more we travel and the more we go down the road. So, you know, there's tons of apps that you can pay for that do all kinds of different things, and that's fine, and those are probably great. But out of all the apps that we've mentioned to you today, we only pay for one of them, and that is not a paid promotion for them. That's just one that I saw that I thought I would give a try, and so far I like it. RV Life, the pro version. I'm not sure if I'll continue that one, because if I can get RV Parky to do the same thing, maybe I'll just use it. I don't know. I'll let you know on that one. But for the time being, those are the apps I use when we travel. Thanks for watching this video. If it was helpful, like and subscribe. If it wasn't helpful and you stayed to this part, well, you should probably like and subscribe anyway. Hope everyone's doing well. Talk to you on our next adventure.